Hi, I'm Lisa from Random Acts of Creativity, and I am here with my friend Brighton. Say hi, Brighton.
Hi.
So Brighton, you are a big fan of a TV show I did about a year and a half back called Make It Big, Make It Small. And Blue Ant Media did this, and we had an episode about monster trucks. And I understand it was your favorite. Yeah, and what did we make on that episode, Brighton?
You made bouncy balls
We made bouncy balls. And why did we do that?
to make a truck like monster trucks bounce.
Exactly. So we explored the science of bouncy balls and monster trucks, didn't we? And one thing we learned is that monster trucks' tires, they don't have a lot of air in them, do they?
No.
Why do you think that is?
So they can bounce high.
So they can bounce high. There's one other really important reason too. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay. So when a monster truck goes really high, and it can go 30 feet in the air, when it comes down, it could really hurt the driver, couldn't it?
Yeah.
So what happens? So here's a bouncy ball. Let's pretend this is a monster truck tire, okay?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Of course, I know you can because you have a great imagination. So when this monster truck comes down, that tire has to absorb all of the force so that the driver doesn't get hurt. We don't want the driver getting hurt, do we?
No.
No. So that's why they have to be bouncy. Now I understand you really want to make bouncy balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like monster trucks?
I love them.
So tell me why you like monster trucks so much.
Because they do tricks and they're so fast.
Yeah. Have you ever gone to see one live?
Yes, a
No.
bunch of times.
No way. Do you remember some of the names of the monster trucks?
Gravedigger,
Oh, that's awesome.
Bigfoot, and
That's okay. That's
get
okay.
others.
Yeah, that's okay. But
There's a lot.
you enjoyed them.
Oh yeah.
And were the drivers ever hurt?
No.
No, that's because they used special tires. Okay, so we're gonna make some bouncy balls. Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll get started. I have a recipe right here, and it's 1/2 cup of warm water. Now, I've heard that it doesn't have to be warm, so we're gonna try it cold today because we're scientists, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Tablespoon of borax, tablespoon of cornstarch, and 2 tablespoons of glue. So the
good.
first thing we need to do is mix our borax, our cornstarch, and our water all together. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. That's 1/2 cup. Can you grab that for me? Perfect. So we're gonna put 1/2 cup of water into each of our cups. You have 1 cup and I have 1 cup because we're each gonna make a bouncy ball
Yes.
today. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So you're just gonna dip it in and kind of level it off.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
And this is borax.
Mm.
Here you go. Use another tablespoon. What the heck? Now, what we're gonna do is stir everything so it mixes. Do you ever study science?
I do at my school.
Okay, give it a stir for me. Because we're creating something that scientists call a solution, which means that once it's stirred, we can't see the different ingredients. Okay, it's all joined together. So it's gonna be a nice, white, sort of milky liquid. That's a good idea. Hang on to your cup while you're stirring so you don't dump it over. You're
It
smart
does look
science.
like milk.
Okay. Now we're ready for the best part, which is the glue. Okay? So I am going to do yours first because we're going to use both tablespoons. So what you're going to do, Brighton, I'm going to fill your tablespoon with glue and you're going to dump it immediately into the water.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Woo. Fill it with glue, fill it with glue. It's pouring, it's pouring, it's pouring. Excellent, into the water. Drop the whole thing in. Perfect. And just leave it there. Oh, just leave it there. Yeah, just leave it. Because what we want the cornstarch and the borax to do is we want it to start working on the glue.
Oh.
So it's going to help make it really sticky. Okay, so we're just going to leave that there for a minute and maybe take a look and see if does it come off?
No.
A little bit, eh? Okay, we're just going to leave it for a second. You count to 10?
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's take a look. Oh, look at that. That's like right on.
That looks like bubbles, kind of.
I know. Does that look like slime a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to leave your slime in there, and I'm going to do mine now.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still kind of working in there. So what the borax and the cornstarch are doing is helping everything stay together. So we're doing chemistry. I know, right? So not only are we making bouncy balls and playing with truck tire science, we're doing chemistry. I know, right? Okay, so what I want you to do, Brighton, here's the messy part. I want you to reach in and get all that glue out of there. Hold on with one hand and reach in with the other. Look at that. That's why we have a tray. Oh, look at that. Now, I want you to pretend it's a hot potato, and I want you to start. Yeah. Hot. Excellent. Now, does it feel sticky?
No.
Oh, cool. Pop it back in the water for just a second. We want the borax and the cornstarch to still help this thing hold together. So we're gonna, oh, that's okay. Don't worry about that. That's why we have trays. So I'm gonna reach in and get mine. Oh, that's just slimy. That's slimy. Okay, back and forth. Do it again, do it again, do it again.
Do I get mine?
Yeah. How's it doing? Getting harder?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool, wasn't it? Okay, so what we're gonna do is give this a little bit more time.
In water?
No, I think we're done with the water because I think what we want to do now is get it to dry a little bit. It might be because it's wet that it's starting to not bounce as much.
Oh.
Okay, so let's just keep going. We can dry it off on our paper towel. And we'll do this for another few minutes, and then we'll see what we've got.
Okay.
So Brighton, one thing we decided was to make our monster truck tire a lot bigger, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, because they need big tires.
Oh, yeah.
And I pulled out this balloon because this is a way to show what happens to the monster truck tire. So let's pretend my hand is the monster truck. And it goes way up in the air, 30 feet in the air, and it comes down. Look what happens to the monster truck tire.
Whoa.
It squishes down. But that holds the force into here, not the driver. And then guess what happens to it? It bounces back, doesn't it?
That's so cool.
Isn't that so cool? Yeah, because they're made of rubber, right? We know rubber bounces.
Oh, yes.
So we have this great big monster truck tire now made out of glue. But we have one problem. If we leave this sitting on the table overnight, do you know what's going to happen to it?
It's gonna stick.
It's going to stick, but it's also going to do something else.
It's gonna harden.
Well, it will harden a little bit, but even something more than that. Any ideas?
No.
Well, let me show you. We've only been sticking this here for what, about 10 seconds?
Yeah.
And look at, the bottom is already flat.
Ooh, that's not good.
So would you be happy if you woke up and your monster truck tire was completely flat?
It doesn't bounce.
Well, it still bounces, but it bounces funny now because it has a flat side. So I want you to roll it back into a nice round shape, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. Once our monster truck tire is dry, we're going to put something around it to hold its shape.
Awesome.
And we need something that's really stretchy. What do you think could be stretchy to put around a monster truck tire?
Balloon.
Balloons! Yes, and I just happen to have balloons.
I love balloons.
Now, I have that many
Whoa.
colors of balloons. What color would you like for your monster truck tire,
I'll
Brighton?
try black because of a real truck
Okay.
tire.
So we're going to put that one on the outside, but we're actually going to put a bunch before that. So this is your outside.
Color.
Colors.
Color wheel.
Okay, so what I did, I took an orange one and I cut the stem off of it.
Oh.
And I'm going to stretch it out, and you're going to put the tire in there, and then we're going to let it go around. Look at that. Does that look like it holds it really nice?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do another one. What color do you want to do next?
Let's pick.
You want to do green? Let's do green. Okay. Let's do green.
Because you happen to have
Yep.
it.
Okay,
And
and
now.
stretch it around. Woo! Look at that. Is
Whoa.
that better?
Looks like a cabbage with an orange in it.
It does. Now, the more bouncy balls you make, the bigger your monster truck tire.
Ooh.
Cool, eh? Okay, now you brought me something earlier, and you brought me an old monster truck of yours. What happened?
Well, I was at the beach and
Oh,
it broke.
it broke. Did you lose the tires?
No, but
You can't put them back on.
no.
Well, let's say, for example, you lost the tires. Guess what? You now have a bouncy ball as a tire. So what you could do is make a little axle with maybe a barbecue skewer, make another one of these, attach them to the bottom of your truck, and look,
It bounces.
and you have a monster truck tire. Isn't that so cool?
And if you made 3, you could have an extra one if the other one breaks.
Oh, that's so smart. A spare monster truck tire out of bouncy balls.
Just in case.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love the way you think. All right, Brighton, this was so much fun. Thank you for joining me. Did you enjoy this?
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
Making the wheel and bouncing it maybe.
Awesome.
If
Are you
we can.
going to go home and make bouncy balls?
Yes.
How many are you going to make?
Maybe a whole truck with 10 tires.
With 10 tires, and you can be bouncing them everywhere?
That would be crazy.
That would be amazing. So I'd like to thank you for joining us for this random act of creativity. I want to bring Brighton back and do another one for sure, but I hope you enjoyed this, and you're going to come back with me, right?
Yes, I will.
All right. Thanks, Brighton. Woo!